I'm currently in the voice chat on our Discord server, waiting for the unpredictable to happen. And Monsoon is in the text chat asking why I'm live after alerting everybody why I'm live today on Discord, not on stream. There's literally just 3 channels to keep up with. I don't know what he's so confused about. What makes us so closed off to people? Some people like sharing about themselves, some people don't like doing that. I think I was one of the people who is pretty open about what I go through. I know a few people in the community who is very open about their own life, sometimes excessive. Sometimes you talk about yourself without anybody asking about you. I think when it gets to that point, that's when you have to like maybe invest yourself a little bit more into other people who you want. That's if you want other people to listen to you. Sometimes I don't really know what kind of connection I have with people that I spend, every week with. Everybody that comes into the stream, very good people, but for me, from my perspective, the intention that I see is very confusing to me. I've just, not recently, but a while back, discussed with another person about how I guess I initiated this community. I can't say that I've created. I think I created it with several other people who were there at the time. But because I was the foundation of this community, it's very hard for me to be a part of, I don't know how to describe it. It always felt like I'm just the reason, or I'm just an excuse for everybody to be there. I can be as open as I want to be, but it doesn't mean that the other person has to be open. And that kind of felt like it was like it's a one-way street that I tried to get rid of this whole time that I've been online. But it was always something that I could never overcome up until this point. The group that I exist online with, not every single one of them is a streamer, right? We have Peach. He's more of a content creator than a streamer. Everybody else used to stream, but it's just something that they can't continue doing because life or, personal situations that might hinder them from doing so. It's fine. That's okay and all. But at the same time, it's a little difficult to get along with anyone if I'm the streamer. Because any kind of questions that I will ask, I guess the perception is that I'm turning it into content, which in a way I am, but not when shit's personal. I never really have the intention of making people look bad or anything. Maybe there's something that I'm not seeing. This channel is like a photo album to me, so it's like one of the reason I want to put our conversation up on this channel for. If I'm having a great time, especially with the people that I really get along with, I want to capture that moment. And I would like to immortalize that. Even if I lose access to the account, I want those videos to be there. Especially when I need it. But sometimes it does feel like I only exist to entertain. Like I'm just a place rather than a person. It's really hard to establish any kind of friendship unless I'm not streaming at all. Maybe this is something that I should give up eventually. Been stewing on that for a while. For like good 3 years, 4 years. There's many moments when I felt like I wanted to throw it all away. But then I also thought about when we lose the reason together, everybody will start to move on. It's just the way human is. And I didn't want that to happen. I wanted so desperately to hang on to this place. But in exchange for me. Well, maybe that's something to discuss. Okay, so I've been getting some feedback from the closest people around me. And I can trust this opinion because the person who says it is usually blunt and very well intended. I've been told that I don't seem to put much effort into friendships that I'm in. It's just That's the curse of being a streamer, isn't it? When my face is in front of the screen the whole time, even if I'm trying to make the grounds as equal as possible for everybody else in the community, I'm still the face, okay? Like, I'm still... I know it's very odd to say, or maybe egotistical even, but I do have somewhat of an influence over people who watches me frequently, so that stops me from having somewhat of an intimate conversation with people unless it's a public thing, unless I keep it public so that there is no misunderstanding, so that people don't start acting weird, because I made that mistake before in the past where I was having a conversation in the DMs and people start acting weird. Especially when they see something in you that you don't really have. Some don't respect my relationship with Jelly. Some don't respect the dedication that I have for the community. Some just speaks to me because people watch me. And when it's people that doesn't do that, I still feel like people are talking to me because I'm a streamer. Because people respect my opinion. The conversation always feels so one-sided and not equal. Maybe the only person that I've ever felt like the respect wasn't coming from the fact that I was a streamer is maybe from Haz from the community. Whenever I speak to him, it always feels like he's not speaking to me from a lower position than me. And I always appreciated that about him. And of course I appreciated every other conversations that I've had with everybody else as well. But it does feel like there's this strange distance between me and them. And I don't really know how to fix that. One-on-one feels like I'm talking down on people, and speaking publicly to people does feel like I'm not getting anywhere. And to be brutally honest, it does kind of make me feel like I'm back to square one, but with extra responsibilities this time. Sometimes I feel like I want to get to know someone who understands what I'm doing. I don't know. I just want to, capture a moment that brings us back to the fun that we have in that moment, without people feeling like this is all for entertainment. Maybe I've made wrong choices in the past, where I made people have the assumption that the things that I do is to make people laugh, which was never the intention. I wanted to make friends, and I thought doing goofy things, talking about serious stuff in a way that is not so serious, I thought that was helping create connection, I guess, with me and everybody else. But it turns out that it was creating more distance between people and I feel like I'm at a point where I'm stuck this way. I guess we're going a dark path today. I'm just being honest. Maybe my expectation isn't what everybody signed up for. And that's fair. Maybe I should go on the viewer's side more often. Maybe I'll feel more equal there. Just stop streaming, just talk to people in the chat. Sometimes joining different servers, VCs. I could do that. Maybe I should stream less. Go to like maybe once a month thing, so that this distance that we have with each other can lessen. Or maybe it's too late. I don't know. I don't really know what to do. I hate it. I've also considered making friends with streamers in the past, and I made attempts. Maybe I wasn't picking the right people, because I think almost every single one of them turned into a problem later on. I thought that if it's a person who, shares common grounds with me, ones that speaks in front of people and, talks, have a chat, then maybe I thought they might understand my perspective and we could respect each other equally from there. Not this viewer to streamer relationship. Friendship. But everybody's so competitive. It's either they're going to assume that you're just after their clout, or you're looking for collaboration and whatnot. It's really hard to find friends through all these barriers in the way. I don't know who's being genuine or not the whole time. It's so frustrating. And I feel like I also can't communicate how genuine I am to other people as well. There was a recent stream that I guess I've been a guest on, and I was talking about this where I started this whole thing just to make friends, and I've seen some comments talking about how that's like every streamer's reason to start streaming. Even the host somewhat agreed with that as well. Then why is it that I can't find anybody who's looking for the same thing as me? Maybe it's the game of the grift, or maybe I'm just not looking at it the right way. I don't know. I don't know why everything has to be so business related. Everybody's trying to get big, I guess, and unfortunately I don't share the same ambition. Being a streamer sucks. I've toyed with the idea of just ditching everything and fly to China, because I had a really great time there and I was surrounded by really good people there. It felt like a family that I've never had, and it didn't feel artificial. There were no family politics. Oh well, from what I can tell, there wasn't any. I love that about it. I'm sure there'll be a problem popping up here and there if I'm gonna start living there, but it's something that I can tolerate. With many things that I feel like it could go wrong, I feel like I can overcome it. So I was thinking about that for a while. I've really considered it. And that's where I'm going to stop my sentence. I don't really have much else to say after that. It seems that I put myself in a sad mood. Didn't mean to do it, but I just naturally gravitate towards that side. Maybe I should stop it here today. Thank you very much for watching. I'll continue this, is it a vlog? I'm also gaming. Kinda. I'll continue this series for as long as I can until I get sick of it as usual, because eventually I will. Not one series that I've started has ever lasted longer than a month, I think. But I can always come back to it too. I don't want to tie myself up to a commitment that I'll stress over. So if you want more of something like this, something in-depth, something personal, something that you want to get invested in maybe, emotionally, you're welcome to come back and listen to all of the ramblings that I've been doing for the past couple of days, a couple of videos in this series. Other than that, our Discord server is available for those who are new here. My name is Mikey Nakada, half Japanese, half Filipino, living in Brisbane City, Australia. 29 years old for information, not single, kinda gay. I also stream on Twitch. Before you go today, I would very much appreciate it if you could support the video as well by liking. Let me know how you feel, and I'll see you in the next one.